There are only a handful of subway line in New York City that do not enter Manhattan. The most useful one is the G train. In this video, we'll take a look at this crosstown route's history. The G train was created on August 19, 1933, originally as a shuttle between Queens Plaza and Nassau Avenue and named the GG line. This was during the time of double letters being used system-wide. On April 24, 1937, then GG trains were extended to Forest Hill 71st Avenue during rush hours, running local. The entire crosstown line was done by the summer of 1937. After the completion of the crosstown line, GG trains ran between Forest Hills and Church Avenue, however it was later ended at Smith and 9th Streets. During the 1939 to 1940 World's Fair, GG trains ran via the End World's Fair line, which will be the subject of a later video. During the 1964 New York World's Fair, extra GG train service was provided which ran non-stop between Hoyt and Schermerhorn and Roosevelt Avenue. Trains ran every 30 minutes from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and the travel time between the two stops was 23 minutes. On August 19, 1968, GG service was once again extended to Church Avenue during rush hour. This was to allow the introduction of F Express service via the Culver line. Riders complained that there was less local service directly to Manhattan, so F trains to and from Kings Highway made local stops. On January 19, 1976, all peak direction F trains were local, and on August 30th, F Express service was discontinued due to, no surprise, budget cuts. Also, GG service was once again cut back to Smith and 9th. The real cuts began next year on January 24, 1977. Many service cuts were introduced, all to save $13 million. A few subway line had their train length shortened. GG trains were shortened to 4 car sets between 9:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. On August 27th, GG service cut to Queens Plaza during late nights, and the F would run local during late nights. With the death of the double letter, so did the death of the GG label, now having service being called G. The G was a part of a plan to serve the new Archer Avenue line-up a line which would have seen the G extended to Jamaica Center during weekend evenings, as that was when the N line would have terminated at 71st Forest Hills or 57th Street 7th Avenue. Also a part of the plan would be a late-night G train shuttle running between Jamaica Center and Van Wyck Boulevard, and on weekdays having the extension served by the N train. This service arrangement would have had E and F trains to continue serving the Queens Boulevard line to 179th Street. However, when the extension opened, it would be served by E trains, with the trains being extended to 179th. Now on May 24, 1987, the N and S swapped terminals in Queens, and during the change, Queens Plaza became the G train's northern terminal. On September 30, 1990, G train service was extended to 179th Street during late nights to replace the A train. Next April saw weekend service extended to 71st Avenue, but by summer of 1992 it would be cut back. Going back to January of 1991, plans to bring back F Express service was proposed to speed up service during rush hours. The plan had alternate F trains operate express in both directions between J Street, Borough Hall and Church Avenue, with a stop at 7th Avenue. G trains would be shortened to Bergen Street as to not cause delays. It would have been introduced into service in October with approval by the MTA board, however, that did not come to fruition. In September of 2019, an alternate version of the plan would be implemented. On March 23, 1997, G trains would begin to terminate at Court Square during weekends. In late August of the same year, late-night service was permanently cut back to Court Square from 179th Street, leaving the G train to only run on the Queens Boulevard line during weekdays. Evening service between 9 and p.m. was cut to Court Square. On December 2001, Court Square became the northern terminal for the G during weekday, with service to Forest Hill all other times. The newly added V train would replace weekday QBL service. On April 27, 2003, Saturday morning and afternoon G service was decreased, with service running every 12 minutes instead of every 8 minutes, and Sunday afternoon service was decreased to run every 12 minutes instead of every 10 minutes. Also, trains during this time would start at 4th Avenue rather than Church Avenue. During the finical and budget crisis of the late 2000s, G trains were cut back to Court Square at all times. This change was implemented on June 27 th 2010, but due to construction started on April 19 th 2010. The G train was also affected by Hurricane Sandy, which damaged the Greenpoint tubes. To repair the tube, G trains ran from Nassau Avenue to Church Avenue between July and December 2013. The G trains has been seen as the controversial line, with some saying it's the system's outcast and others saying it's a quote unwanted drunk uncle everyone has. This has only gotten worse with the service cuts in the 2000s and 2010. The G train has formerly used 8 car set, but would be cut to 6 car sets, and in 2001 from 6 to 4 car sets due to the V-Train's introduction. In October of 2021, the trains of 46 and a 68 fleet was replaced by a 160 cars. In the summer of 2024, the Crosstown line, which the G train ran on, was a CBTC of communication-based train control added. The G train is one of the more unique subway lines in the system. It has had quite the history as seen in this long video. It's also one of the few subway lines to have songs about it. Thank you for watching this video. Your support is appreciated.